Hi, I have great news. Remember the dog that we showed you yesterday jumping on the pool retrieving the toys? Nelson. Nelson has been adopted. Somebody fell in love with him. Nelson was rescued a few years ago by Chris Klein, a friend of mine, in Murcia, in the Mediterranean. He was found by the side of the road with his sister. We made a video. The sister got adopted. She went to Finland. She went to a really beautiful family in a really amazing location. I took her there. It was amazing. But unfortunately, Nelson didn't find a family. There was something about him. Maybe he was too playful, maybe because he didn't get along with other dogs, and in the end, nobody fell in love with him. Until yesterday, when they saw him jumping on the pool, playing so freely and so happy. Somebody fell in love with him, somebody in Germany, and they decided to adopt him. So he will be flying, he will be traveling to Germany very soon. Hopefully, as soon as we can, basically. In today's video, I also wanted to tell you about Shark. Shark is this kitty that was rescued 9-10 years ago now. Unbelievable how time flies. I think it's 9 years ago in Virginia. From Virginia, he went to Savannah in the US, and from Savannah, he came over to Europe. Shark was adopted in Holland, and he was there for a while, about a year or so, until he developed diabetes. It was a really difficult case of diabetes, and he was gonna die. The vet over there was gonna euthanize him. So I took a plane and I went to Germany to pick him up. I went to Holland to pick him up. I brought him here, and he's been with us ever since. Now, Shark is a really difficult case because he's wonderful. He has an amazing character. He's the most friendly and the beautiful, unbelievable cat you can imagine. But he has this diabetes and it's so difficult to control. You see, the thing is that the insulin that we have to give him, because the cat is so little, the insulin levels are so tiny, so precise, that it's really difficult to be really exact with him. Needles are not made for diabetic cats, so there's always a risk of getting the dosage wrong. And that has been the case during all this time. Normally, he's fine, but every once in a while, he starts acting funny. He starts, acting like dozy, and he can't stand up. And then when this happens, we know we have to rush him to the hospital, and they have to balance him over there. They have to do glucose curves, and well, I mean, if any of you is diabetic, you know what I'm talking about. This is really difficult to control. This is why we have just implemented a system that has been used with humans for quite a while now, but that is very rarely used with animals. A friend of ours, Inge, was here recently, and she's diabetic, and she gave us the idea. I mean, why don't you use this sensor that I use to measure my sugar levels all the time, and why don't you use the pen that I use to regulate my insulin? And I thought it was a very good idea. I mean, why haven't we done it that way? Well, it turns out that those things are not usually solved for cats. They don't use them in clinics. It's one of these things that human medicine and animal medicine, they haven't really found the middle way over there.
Esta es una especie de su ropa, ¿vale? Para cuando le coloquen el sensor aquí, ¿vale? Luego va tapado y luego le ponemos su ropa para que no se lo quite, porque tiende a darse la vuelta y quitárselo. De hecho, se lo ha quitado ya. Entonces, esta es su ropa. Bien, ¿no te gusta? Ay, sí, ya lo sé. Ya lo sé.
Y claro, eso tapa el sensor y así no se...
Así no se lo quita. Y no te vayas. Sino que como es hasta los pies, las patas de atrás la tienen que coger, entonces se ve que le molesta. Incluso anda un poco gracioso. Supongo que hasta que se acostumbre.
Claro, se tendrá que acostumbrar a...
Sí, porque anda como si no supiera. Venga. Aquí ves,
Pues poquito a poco, ¿no?
sí, aquí ya le tapa el sensor, entonces ya no se lo arrancaría. Char, ¿qué pasa? Mira qué guapo estás. Con tu ropita. ¿Sí? 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 Ven aquí.
So anyway, we are now using this system and we have implemented this sensor. So far it's working well and very comfortable. But you know what? Shark is not very happy with it. So yesterday he took it out. He pulled it, scratched it, and took it out. So we are working now in implementing some sort of system that protects the sensor from falling away. Anyway, finally, today we're working on the logistics of a new rescue.
Me creía que era un alambre o algo.
Un lazo.
¿Un lazo?
Sí, así me lo he cortado hecho.
¿Y el lazo?
Este gato se escapa de un lazo.
A cat has been found in Seville, in the south of the country, and he has terrible injuries. Injuries like we have not seen in a very, very, very long time. The cat has obviously has some signs of a strangulation on his neck, and then in the back he has terrible injuries that I really don't know how we're gonna fix. So tomorrow we're gonna be traveling to the south, we're gonna bring him. I mean, at the moment it's all very much in the air, we don't know how he's gonna come or how we're gonna go, but this cat needs to be at our hospital as soon as possible. That's the immediate future, and that's really, fingers crossed, this cat is gonna need a lot of help and a lot of luck because he's in a really bad shape. So that was all for today. We're working really hard in making all of these things happen. For this, I need to ask you for your support, as I always do on every video. Sometimes people say, but in every video, at the end, you ask for help. Well, yes, that's the whole point of these videos. This is not a channel that is here for entertainment or for fun. This is here for me to build an army of friends, supporters, and donors. So please, if you can, donate. Help me achieve all of this. We cannot do it alone. Please donate. Help me continue saving lives. There's a link at the bottom. Go there. It's my Patreon support group. Click there. I really need you there. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you tomorrow.